Okay, so we're going to be looking at Visual Studio 2015, specifically Visual Basic. We're going to create our first application, and we'll call it Hello World, which is a pretty typical first program that is made. So make sure you're on Visual Basic, and we're going to select the Windows Forms application. We're going to hit OK, and it's going to go ahead and create that for us. It's going to create the project. It's going to give us what's called a form, which is a window that the user will see. Okay, so here's our form. We can make it any size we want. All we have to do is move this, and we have the text here that says Form 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to look in the Properties window right over here, and we see where it says Text. We're going to go ahead and name this Hello World, and that will appear right over here. The user will see what the program is called. Now, if you look over here, it says Form 1. Well, if we're going to create an application with many forms, we need to give it a better name. So I'm going to go over here to where the name property is, and I'm going to go ahead and name this Form Main. Now, when you're doing using forms, there's an abbreviation that is used. It's lowercase f, lowercase r, lowercase m, and then the capital M in main. That way, this lets the programmers know it's going to be Form Main. I'll just click over here, and then my form will be retitled into Form Main. Alright, so now that I have that, I'm ready to go. The first thing you want to do, and you can make this any size you want, but the first thing you want to do is give your user a way to exit the application. So we're going to add a button. You can make this any size you want. Now, button 1, well, we need to let the user know what it does. So I'm going to go over here to name, and I'm going to abbreviate lowercase b, lowercase t, lowercase n. I'm going to make that exit. That lets the programmer know that the button will be exit. I'm going to go up here to the text property, and I'm going to change it to exit. Now the user knows that when they click on this, it should exit. Now we need to add code so this will actually do something. So let's double click on exit. It's going to bring up the code. Now this is for the public class form main, which is what our form is called. This is a private sub for our button exit, and if you look right here, this says click. This lets us program what will happen when the user actually clicks on it. I'm going to hit enter a few times, give myself some space. So here's how we end the program. We're going to do application.exit, and then we're going to hit end. This will close any remaining forms that are there. Then I'm going to hit Control S so I can save. Now if I run my program, and I can hit F5 or you can hit the start button, it makes no difference. Either way will work. Okay, so here's my program. It says Hello World. I click exit, and the program ends. Now what we want to do is give our user a chance to decide if they want to exit or not. And for this, we need a string. And so we're going to use a string and an if statement here. So we're going to double click. I'm going to go up here, give myself some space, and I'm going to type in the following. Dim for dimensionalize. Some people will say dim means dim. No, it doesn't. It means to dimensionalize your variable. Now, I'm going to use a string for my response, and we start strings with the appropriate abbreviation, which is str. You do not have to use that abbreviation, but it's wise to do so you know what the variable will represent. So I'm going to type in str exit, and I'm going to dimensionalize that as a string. That way, it will only hold a response or a string of letters. It will not hold integers. Now I'm going to go down here and I need to do something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this for now. So what we need to do is we need to give our user an option. So what we're going to do is str exit equals, and we're going to create a message box. So I'm going to open my parentheses, open up my quotes, and Visual Basic automatically puts it in there for me. And I can type in anything I want. I can type in, do you want to exit? Question mark. Now, outside this quotes, if I put a comma, that will allow me to put in buttons. I can type in VB, yes, no, and here are the options. I don't need VB, yes, no, cancel, because obviously if they click on no, that'll operate the same as cancel. So I just do VB, yes, no. Now, this will, when the user clicks on yes, it will go into the str exit variable. If the user clicks no, it'll go into the str exit variable. Now I can create an if statement that allows something to execute. So if str exit, which is my string, equals VB yes, meaning they've clicked on the yes button, then application dot exit, and then end if. Now obviously if they click on no, we don't need anything to happen, so we don't need another else statement. Now if I run this, I can click on exit, the message box pops up. Do you want to exit? If I click on no, the program should still keep running, and it does. If I hit yes, it's going to shut down. So that's it for this one. We've learned how to create a form. We've learned how to create a button. We learned how to edit the text of a certain object. We've also learned how to abbreviate those buttons being BTN, the forms being FRM. We've also looked at how to shut down an application.exit, followed by end. That will close all remaining forms. We've learned how to dimensionalize a string, str exit. Now this could be str, response. It can be whatever you want. I could name this dim exit exit if I wanted to. The str lets me and other programmers know that it's going to be a string. It's good programming etiquette. That's it for this. If you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below, and we're going to expand on this a little more next time.